Welcome back. Our next guest is Tarren Henry from Berkshire Hathaway.
Yes.
Tarren, welcome to the neighborhood.
Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
We,
How are
we,
you?
we have to let everybody out there know that her realtor introduction, Vince Gutierrez, totally bamboozled her. Didn't tell her that she was coming on camera. She just thought she was coming by for a little networking event, a little informational session. She didn't know we were going to throw her in front of the camera.
Right.
So thanks, Vince, as you're watching this.
Thank you.
You set it up really well. Starting off on the right foot with all the good stuff here.
Right.
So we like to talk about all the personal stuff. Right? There's enough business stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
So not many people raise their hand in second grade and say, "I want to grow up and be a realtor."
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about Tarren before the real estate started. Give us a little bit of your pre-realtor journey and how you wound up here.
Okay, so I actually am a therapist.
Okay.
That I went to school to be a therapist.
Mental therapist, not physical therapist?
Mental health.
Okay,
yes.
gotcha. Awesome.
So I actually had my master's degree in counseling psychology and human
Okay.
services. I did that for about 20 years.
What?
I love it. You know, I was in a program recently.
You look like you graduated when you were 12 then. Come on
Yeah.
now. 20 years?
20 years, yeah,
Wow,
that's right.
Okay.
So I was in an adoption specialty, and they closed my program after COVID.
Okay.
And kind of didn't know what I was going to do. And my girlfriend is like a real estate guru, and I asked her if she needed some help, and I became a property manager.
Okay.
I started to learn the business, and I liked it.
Okay.
And so I started to venture into real estate and become an agent.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how I fell into real estate.
Okay. And so how long have you officially been licensed now?
So I have been licensed for about 2 months.
Okay. Okay. And how did you like the property management end of things? Was that tough for you? I had rental properties that was tough for me because I'm too nice.
So property management was not tough for me because
Okay.
I have a therapy background.
Okay.
So dealing with the clients and working with the tenants was not hard for me at all.
Okay.
You know, difficult situations, you know, issues. Like I was always able to handle things and get it solved.
Yeah, I was not. I sucked at it. I'll never be a landlord again. I won't do it. No. Listen, you're 10 days late on the rent.
Yeah.
What's going on? My son fell down and broke his leg. I'm like, oh, okay, don't worry. Well, you just pay when you can.
No. You can't do that. But
That was me. That's why I don't do it anymore. I'm very good at quitting things that I'm not good at.
Okay.
I make those
you can't
choices.
do that.
No, can't do that. So now you're here, and what's your favorite part of the business so far? Like, what's the best thing you're getting into?
So it's still working with people. I think, you know, I've always been helpful and I've always loved doing that. And so this is just helping people in a different way.
Sure.
You know, working with people to find their dream houses or to become investors or to, you know, just kind of get out of the renting, you know, and become a homeowner.
Do you find yourself, because of your background, do you find yourself being drawn more towards the not project type borrowers, but the ones that, because that's me always. I'm always like, oh, they got a really bad credit score and they really are dying to buy a house.
Yeah.
Let's work on it for 8 months. And I tend to be that person way more than, you know, they got 20% down in a 680 credit score. I'm like, anybody can do that.
You know, I honestly haven't been in it long enough, but I feel like the people that are gravitating towards me are those individuals that need that extra.
Yeah.
You know, that may have some credit issues, that may not have the 20%. They may be interested in investing, but they're not sure how to start. Like that has been who's been gravitating towards me.
Yeah, I am. Customer-wise now, I'm talking, I am a sucker for single mom who's been renting for 10 years and never believed that they could buy their first house.
Yeah.
I will invest so much time and energy because my mom was a single mom and you know, she had a house, but I knew what it was like to struggle. And when you get to the finish line with that client, and you're at the closing table, they just appreciate you so much more than someone who was like, anybody could have done that. You know what I mean? So
yes.
I feel that client Really, it is definitely not the most efficient use of time. They're definitely spending a lot of time on credit repair and doing stuff like that. But in the end, getting that through the finish line.
I mean, but I found some great lenders, including you guys, that are able to work with people who don't have a 700 credit score.
Sure. That's what I try to pride myself in. You know what I mean? Like you have to learn the different ways, and thank God that there's really good software that we have now where we can run simulations and it'll say do A, B, C, and D, and you'll get 52 points and you'll be here. So we can work with people, but a lot of times in my experience, you can give them the path, but you can't pay the bills for them, and you can't make them do the stuff. So it's like, but it's good. Like I said, those are the ones where you're like,
I know. I'm working with a family right now who has 4 children. They're renting. Their landlord just increased their rent to almost $2,800 when they were paying $2,000. And she called me and she's like, Tarren, what do I do? And I'm like, you need to buy a house. That's what you need to do. For sure.
If you're paying $2,800 in rent, you need to buy a house, for sure. Unless you're moving in 6 months and it's just temporary, you know?
Absolutely. And she's like, well, how do I get a loan? I've only been working my business for a year. I'm like, I will find something for you.
We'll figure that out as we go.
Figure it out. Yes.
I know I've had a couple different clients that come to mind, but I had one client that it was a mom and a dad who had rented for a while. They had 4 kids. They were in a 3-bedroom apartment. The kids all were together, and they didn't tell the kids that they were buying a house until the walkthrough the day of closing. And I was there with them. So we pull up to the house, and they're doing the walkthrough, and the kids are between 5 and 14. You know what I mean? And they're like, what are we doing here? And he's like, walk in there. Pick out your room, and they're like, what? And he goes, I'm like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
See, I'm waiting for that moment, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like, we're not taking pictures right now. Now. I'm a tough guy. I can't be crying on camera,
Yes, all ready for that moment.
For sure. That's the good part of the business. That's the awesome part.
Yeah.
So you're kind of fresh with it. So let's go through next 12 months. What are some of your goals? What are some of your accomplishments? What are we going to see Tarren do in the next 12 months?
I really want to help at least 2 families a month. That is my goal. I want to help 2 families be first-time homeowners and say they're no longer renting and they have bought their home. That's
awesome. That's a great goal. And are you actively forming your personal connections and stuff?
Yes, that's actually how I found a few clients through my mom. She's just talking. My daughter just became a realtor, and and she sent them my Instagram, and because I've been posting on Instagram, they're like, oh wow, she's really doing. Right.
And we know you're networking because that's where you met.
And I'm networking,
so going to events, and it's. I don't think that people sometimes really get the concept of how great we have it right now. With the internet and with Instagram and Facebook and all this stuff. 25 years ago, if you would have said to somebody, you can reach 5,000 people for free, they would have been like, get out of here, there's no way to do that. So I mean, it's no matter what, it's a struggle. It's never easy, it's not put on a platter for you, but the opportunity for the people that grind is really there right now. And it's great to see people that go out and really get it.
At my office they call me the TikTok queen. Now listen, I don't even do TikTok.
You don't?
I don't. I'm normally on Instagram and Facebook, but because I guess TikTok is the more of the. They're like, that's a TikTok queen. I always see her face on Instagram and Facebook.
Do you do Reels?
I do Reels.
You do Reels? Did they get picked up on TikTok? Is that what it is? Or you don't? Okay.
It's just, I guess, that's just the verbiage that people are using. That's what they call me. I'm 2 months in.
You're 2 months in. I got to be honest. My 16-year-old daughter, I hired her as a consultant to do TikTok because I don't get TikTok. I don't get TikTok and I don't get Snapchat. Instagram, I'm good with. Right. Facebook, I kill Facebook.
Yeah.
TikTok, I'll watch it a little bit. There's cool videos. You can learn stuff. Yeah. Every once in a while, you go down a little rabbit hole with some Illuminati videos or whatever. But I haven't mastered TikTok yet.
No, I'm still working. I got like 6 videos on TikTok right now.
All right.
You know, I'm working it. Slowly.
By next year, when we bring you back in August next year, you're going to be like, well, I really am the TikTok queen now. They were just talking that, but they manifested that. They brought that into the real world. They
brought that energy to me. That's
and
right.
You're there. All right, so now we'll finish up with your personal question.
Okay.
If you could have a 30-minute interview with any person throughout history, live or dead, famous person, family member, anything you want, who's the person you want to sit down and talk to for 30 minutes?
That is such a hard question.
I know. That's why we asked it. I told you I was going to ask you one hard question, you know?
Honestly, I would want to see my grandma.
Okay.
That's made me cry.
Yeah? Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about her. We don't want you to cry too much, but what about your grandma is the answer?
She was just such a supportive person.
Okay.
And she was, and I miss her.
Okay. And she'd be proud of you. Yes. For sure.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, you're the first time you cry on the show, and I don't know if I feel good or bad about that. I'm not really sure right now, but that's an awesome answer. Thank you so much, Tarren, for coming in tonight. And we'll be right back with the next guest on Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood.